So hi everybody. So in the previous video I have discussed about the concepts related on the sets, the problems related on the sets. So in this video I am going to discuss some more new concepts which is very important to the next chapters. So in this one I am going to discuss about the concept of intervals. So intervals. So what is going to be the intervals? Intervals already ನಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿರುವಂತ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳೇ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಡೈಲಿ ಲೈಫ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವೋ ಆ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆನೇ ನಾವು ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಆನ್ ದ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ದ ಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಾವು ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್. ಸೊ the IPL matches are going to begins in the next 1 or 2 weeks. ಸೊ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಓವರ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ಅವಧಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಇನ್ನಿಂಗ್ಸ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ನಿಂಗ್ಸ್ಗೆ 1.5 hours ಅಂತ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಆ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಗೇಮ್ ಆಡಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಅಥವಾ ಒಂದು ಇನ್ನಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ ಇನ್ನಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಅವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾವೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತ ನಂಬರ್, ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಆಗಿರುವಂತ ನೇಮ್. ಬಟ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ವಿತ್ ವೆನ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅರೈಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಟ್ಸ್, ನಮಗೆ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ there are 3 types of intervals ಬರ್ತದೆ. So that's going to be first one. The first interval is going to be closed interval. Closed intervals. Closed intervals. So ಒಂದು ನಂಬರ್ ಲೈನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಹೋಗೋಣ. Let me explain the number line. So number line ಇದೆ ನಿಮಗೆ. So this is going to be 0 and is going to be positive numbers and here is going to be negative numbers. Suppose in an interval a to b ಇಂದ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ a ಇಂದ b ಗೆ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ in a closed interval the ending points are included. In reality the ending points are included. ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಡಿನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ in closed bracket ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಡಿನೋಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು. In closed bracket these things are going to be defined. In closed interval the ending elements, the end elements are going to be present in a particular set. ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಸೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ, ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಅವಾಗ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ದಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಬಿ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ದ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ a comma b. The closed interval a comma b is equal to the element is going to be x. The element is going to be x ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಬರುವಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ x ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ x ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ so which is greater than or equal to a, which is less than or equal to b ಅಂತ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನೋಡಿ. so closed interval ಅಂತ ಎಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, the elements which is belongs to the given set or the ending elements are going to be present in a given set. ಅಂದ್ರೆ end elements ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ ಆ ಸೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಎಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಇದ್ರೆ ಅಂತ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಸೊ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೆಡ್ ಬೈ ದ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಆಫ್ a comma b. ನಾವು ಪ್ರೊನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡೋ ಅಷ್ಟೇನ ದ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಆಫ್ a comma b ಅಂತ ಪ್ರೊನೌನ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ x such that so a less than or equal to x less than or equal to b. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ so which is a ಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ and equal to a ಗೆ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ and also greater than a ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ and also less than b and which is equal to b, which is greater than or equal to x and which is less than or equal to b. so ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ x ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಆ x ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಸಹ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಆ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬಿಟ್ವೀನ್ a and b ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಒಂದು ನಂಬರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಒಂದು ಸೆಟ್ -4 ಇಂದ 2 ವರೆಗೂ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ in a closed interval of -4, 2 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸೆಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಈ ಒಂದು ಪೇರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್, ಈ ಒಂದು ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸೊ when you choose the number line here, so -4 or 1 2 3 4 5 goes 1 2 3 4 goes so it's going to be 1 2 3 4 8 -1 -2 -3 -4 -5 and here is going to be 0. ಈಗ in the interval -4, 2 what are the elements ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಈ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ್ಯಾವು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಗಮನ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಏನಾಗಿರ್ತದೆ, ಎಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್. ಈ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಬರೋ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಸೊ ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಇದುವರೆಗೆ ಈ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಈ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಬರೋ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುದು -4 is also element of interval of -4, 2, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. These are the elements which are going to be present in the given interval -4, 2 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಷ್ಟೇ, ಆ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಗ್ಯಾಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಬರುವಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಎಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಸಹ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡೆಡ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಎಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ a and b, that's going to be the ending points. Here a and b are also included in the given set, so it can be said that the ending points are also included in the set. Let me take an example, -4, 2 under the closed interval. So -4, -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2. These are the elements which are going to be present in a given interval. That's going to be the closed interval. Second interval is going to be an open interval. An open interval. Open interval. The second interval, this is going to be open interval. Here, this is going to be A, this is going to be B. Like that, the open interval are going to be denoted on the number line. Here, the open interval says that the ending points are not included. The ending points are not included in the given set. The ending points are not included in the given set. We can say that here A and B is such that the ending points are not included. So here we can say that an open interval of A comma B. So this symbols, these brackets are denoted for the open interval. So these brackets are denoted for the closed interval. Here an open interval A comma B. Here an open interval of A comma B. Defined as. So the elements is going to be like x. The elements which are present in that interval is going to be in the form of x. X such that so A less than x less than b. So observe ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, in a closed interval it is less than or equal to and less than or equal to from here. So in an open interval it is less than x and less than b, because it says that the ending elements are not included. The ending elements are not included in the given set. So that interval is going to be an open interval. Here the ending elements are included. That's going to be A comma B. Here the ending elements are not included. That's going to be an open interval. So here again we have an example of an open interval of -4, 2. An open interval of -4, 2. An open interval of -4, 2. Then it's going to be, suppose if you choose the number line like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to be 0. It's going to be -1. So -2, so -3, and -4, and -5. Here the ending elements are not included. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿವರೆಗೂ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳು ಬರ್ತದೆ, ಬಟ್ ನಮಗೆ -4 is not included in the open interval, and 2 is also not included in the open interval. The elements which is less than 2 should are going to be present in the given interval. Closed interval ಅಂದ್ರೆ ending points are included ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. Open interval ಅಲ್ಲಿ one ending points include ಆಗಿರೋದು. So the third interval is going to be semi closed and semi open interval. So these are the third interval. So first one is going to be closed, and the second one is going to be open, and third one is going to be semi closed and semi open interval. So here they have given that one of the element is not included and another element is going to be included in the given set. Suppose if take an example like this, -4, 2 is going to be open and closed, where the -4 is not included, but the 2 is going to be included in the semi-closed and semi-open and semi-closed interval. This is going to be the semi-open and semi-closed. So here the semi-closed and semi-open. So one of the interval is going to be closed here. This is going to be -4, 2. Here the -4 is included in the given interval, but 2 is not going to be included in the given interval. Here -4 is not included in the here the semi-open and semi-closed. -4 is not included in the given interval, but 2 is going to be present in a given interval. So when you solving these problems, this type of problem by using the concept of interval, the problem is in such that, so mention the intervals, mention the elements which is present in the interval. So while solving problems, these concepts are going to be understood in the easiest way. So just pause the video to note it down. And here in a closed interval, we can say that the elements which is present in the interval where the ending points are included. Closed interval, ending points are included. In an open interval, the ending points are not included. When we consider the semi-closed and semi-open, so one of the ending points going to be included, and another point is not going to be included. Okay, so just pause the video to note down. So the problems under the intervals is here. The first problem under the intervals. Write the following intervals. Write the following intervals. Write the following intervals. Write the following intervals. They are given in a set beta form. We need to write that one in a intervals. So here, so x is an element such that x belongs to the real number r, comma minus 4 less than x less than or equal to 6. That's the first problem. The second problem is x such that x belongs to r minus 12 less than x less than minus 10. And the third one is x such that x belongs to r. So 0 less than or equal to x less than 7. So the fourth problem is x such that x belongs to r 3 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 4. Less than or equal to x less than or equal to 4. That's the first problem here. So write the following intervals. The first problem is x such that x belongs to r minus 4 less than x less than or equal to 6. Observe here x is an element in the interval. So x belongs to the real number. Observe the interval carefully. So minus 4 which is less than x. So less than ಗೊತ್ತಾ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಗಮನ ಕೊಡಿ, ನಾವು ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲೆಸ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಆರ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಎಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಈಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಎಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ just we are representing the greater than sign or lesser than sign. These sign use ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ closed interval ಅಂದ್ರೆ the element is present in a closed interval, the ending points are included ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ we are applying the equality. So by using these concepts, minus 4 which is less than x ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, so ನೋಡಿ ನಾವು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನೇನಿದೆ interval minus 4 ಇಂದ 6 ಇದೆ, but this is going to be an open interval because minus 4 is not going to be present in a given interval, and 6 is an element which is present in a given interval because they have given the equality sign. So it is going to be the closed interval. So minus 4 comma 6 under open closed interval. ನೋಡಿ ಈ ರೀತಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ open close ನೀವು ಗಮನ ಕೊಡಿ. So this is going to be the closed interval. ಈ ಸೈನ್ ಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು closed interval ಬಳಸ್ತೀವಿ. So this is going for closed interval, and this is going to be for open interval. This is going to be for closed interval, E symbol. This symbol is represented for the open interval. Suppose this one closed open. The first thing is closed again. And these points are included in the given interval, but this ending point is not included in the given interval. We can say that closed open interval. So closed open interval. So next one, open closed interval. Open closed. Here the closed one, open one. Here the ending points are included. The ending points are not included in the open interval. In a closed open interval, the first element is going to be present in the interval, but the ending point of the next one is not going to be present because here the element is not present, but here the element is present. Here when you consider this one, open closed interval. In an open interval, these elements are not going to be present, but when you consider this one in a closed interval, the closed element is going to be present in an open closed interval. So by using this concept, minus 4 comma 6, minus 4 is not going to be present in a given interval. Minus 4 is not going to be present in an interval, but 6 is going to be present in an interval. When we consider minus 12 less than x less than minus 10, it's going to be minus 12 comma minus 10. So these are the things is going to be an open interval, because minus 12 is also not included, minus 10 is also not included. Then we can say that minus 12 and minus 10 are the elements are not going to be present in a given interval. Minus 12 and minus 10, the elements are not going to be present. When we consider this one, x such that x becomes to r. So x is less than or equal to x less than 7 means, so equality symbol ಇದೆ. Equality symbol ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ closed interval ಬರ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ. So closed interval is nothing but 0, 7. 7 ಗೆ equality ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ it's going to be an open. ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಗಮನ ಕೊಡಿ. equality ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅದೆಯಾ closed interval, equality ಇಲ್ವಾ an open interval. ನೋಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ equality ಇಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ open interval. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ 0 ಗೆ equality ಇದೆ, closed, 7 ಗೆ open ಇದೆ, 7 ಗೆ less than ಇದೆ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ open interval. What about this one? So ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ equality ಇದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3 4 and under the closed interval. So 3 4 under the closed interval. So ನಾವು ಇಷ್ಟು ಗಮನ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. equality ಇದ್ರೆ closed interval, equality ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ open interval. Here minus 4 less than x less than or equal to 6, that's going to be an open closed interval. That's going to be minus 4 comma 6 under the open closed interval. Here minus 12 less than x less than minus 10. Here the equality symbols are not present. We can say that minus 12 less comma minus 10. Here the third one, 0 less than or equal to x less than 7. We can say that 0 is not an element, 0 is going to be present in that interval, but 7 is not going to be present in that interval. You can say that in a closed interval of 0 comma, in a closed open interval of 0 comma 7. Here the negative signs are what? Here the equivalent symbols are applied for both the end. So we can say that 3 comma 4 is an element going to be present in an under the closed interval. So ನೀವು ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬರ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಸೊ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಸರಿ ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗಿರ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಈಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಸಿಂಬಲ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಒನ್, ಈಕ್ವಾಲಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಓಪನ್ ಒನ್. ಸೊ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಒಂದರಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಒಂದರಲ್ಲಿ ಓಪನ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಓಪನ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್, ಓಪನ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ಡ್ ಇಂಟರ್ವಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಎಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡೆಡ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ are included. In open interval, ending points are not included. Ending points not included. Here open node one is going to be included and the other one is not going to be included. Here the first one is not going to be included, the second one is going to be included. Okay, so just pause the video and write down. So next concept is union of a set. Union of a sets. Union of a sets. Union of a sets. Union of a sets. So this concept can be asked in examination for 5 marks question. So ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೀವು ಗಮನ ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ಈ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಈ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಗಳು ನಮಗೆ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. So union of a sets. So definition is that the union of the sets denoted as A union B. The union of the set A union B. A union B. Can it says that A union B denoted by the union of A union B is a set of all those elements. Those elements present in A or B or both. The union of a set A union B is the set of all those elements present in A or B or both. So ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. So union of a set ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ suppose ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ. I am considering a set 1 2 3 4 and a set B. This is going to be set A and this is going to be set B. So set B ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನನಗೆ ಏನಿದೆ 7 11 13 14. ಈ ಎರಡು ಸೆಟ್ಗೆ ನಾನು ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟಿಂಗ್ A ಯೂನಿಯನ್. ನೋಡಿ ಗಮನ ಕೊಡಿ. So this symbol, this one is represented for union. This symbol ನಾನು union ಗೆ represent ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. So that's going to be A union B. This symbol ನಾನು A union B ಗೆ represent ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. So according to the definition, A union B ಗೆ ಬರುವಂತ elements, the elements which are present in A union B are going to be present in A or in A. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಎರಡು ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ಗಳನ್ನು ನಾನು ಏನು ತಗೊಳ್ತೀನಿ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಗೆ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. So ಈಗ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಏನೇನು ಬರ್ತದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ A ಯೂನಿಯನ್ B ಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸೆಟ್ A ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೆಟ್ B ಯಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ A ಯೂನಿಯನ್ B ಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಒಂದು ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಈಗ ನಾವು ಫಸ್ಟ್ PUC ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಬರೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಒಂದು ಸೆಟ್ A ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಆಫ್ ಗರ್ಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಅಥವಾ the girls in a class 11 and set B na group of boys in a class 11 ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ A ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಬರುವಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುದು ಇರ್ತದೆ the elements in a class 11 are going to be the group of girls as well as the group of boys. ಈಗ A union B ಇಷ್ಟೇ the elements are present in A or B ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡರಲ್ಲೂ ಬರುವಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಆ ಒಂದು ಸೆಟ್ ಅನ್ನು A union B ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಈಗ A union B ಬರೋ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವುದು so this is going to 1 again 2 again 3 and 4 and 7 and 11 and 13 and 14. So ಈಗ A union B ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ A union B ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಹೇಳೋದು ನಾವು A union B ಚೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ the elements which is present in A union B are those elements are from A ಇದೆ ಅಥವಾ B ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಬಹುದು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ A ಯಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಇರಬಹುದು B ಯಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಇರಬಹುದು ಅಥವಾ ಎರಡರಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಇರಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಬರುವಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ the combination of both A and B ಆಗಿರ್ತದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ the total number of elements in A and B are the elements which is going to be present in A union B and are those elements can be present in A union B. It can be represented as it can be says that so we can say that A union B is equal to that's going to be such X ಅಂತ represent ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಬಹುದು. So A union B ಬರುವಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ X ಅಂತ represent ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ so X can be written as X belongs to A X A ಗಾರು belong ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು or X belongs to B ಗಾರು ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು. ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ this is going to be said such that X is an element in particular union of a set. In that union of a set X is going to be a member. It may be belongs to the A it may be belongs to the A or may belongs to the B. A ಗಾರು belong ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು B ಗಾರು belong ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು it may be belongs to the A or it may be belongs to the B. ಎರಡು ಅಥವಾ ಎರಡು both ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು. It can be depend upon it can be the member of A or it may be the member of B. So A ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು B ಆಗಿರಬಹುದು. So ಇದು ನಾವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಬರೆಯಬಹುದು so ಈಗ X belongs to the A union B ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ X belongs to the A union B ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ so it can be says that X belongs to A or X belongs to B or X belongs to B. So ಇದನ್ನ ನಾವು ವೆನ್ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ನಾವು ರಿಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಾದ್ರೆ ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಮುಖಾಂತರ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಾದ್ರೆ this is going to be the universal set denoted by the capital letter U. So don't confuse with capital letter U and the union symbol. This is going to be the symbol for union and this symbol is for universal set. So here the complete rectangle is going to be the universal set. Here the first circle is represented for A and the second circle is represented for B. ಈಗ A union B ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ the element which is present in A or B ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ the complete set A and the complete set B is going to be present in A union B. In a Venn diagram we can represent the things like this. So A union B is the element which is present in A or in B or in B. So ಗಮನ ಕೊಡಿ ನಾವು A union B ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಗಳು ಬರೋದು A ಆದ್ರೂ ಇರಬಹುದು B ಆದ್ರೂ ಇರಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ನಾವು ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೆಟ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. So the definition says that the union of A union B is the set of all those elements present in A or B or in both the sets. So it's going to be A union B. Suppose if I am considering A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, then B is equal to 7, 11, 13 and 14. Then A union B is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 11, 13, 14. So in a mathematical way it can be represented as A union B is equal to X such that X belongs to A or X belongs to B we can say that X belongs to A union B, which implies that X belongs to A or X belongs to B. Suppose ಏನಾದರೂ ಒಂದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ A union B ಗೆ ಬಿಲಾಂಗ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಅದು ನಮಗೆ A ಅಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಇರಬಹುದು, B ಅಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಅಥವಾ ಎರಡರಲ್ಲೂ ಇರಬಹುದು. ಸೊ ಇಷ್ಟೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು. ಬರುವಂತ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ it can be present in A or it may be present in B. Okay, so then in Venn diagram we can represent these things as, so it is going to be the universal set. So universal set is going to be the superset of all those sets. Suppose ಈ ಸೆಟ್ ಗಳಿಗೆ A ಮತ್ತು B ಗೆ ಸೂಪರ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಥವಾ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಲ್ ಸೆಟ್ ನ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಸೊ A is the subset of the universal set and B is the subset of the universal set. If you consider the Venn diagram like this, the every element present in A and the every element present in B are those elements which is going to be present in A union B. Okay, so just pause the video to note it down. Next one, properties of union sets. Properties of union sets. So in this one, union sets, the first property is going to be A union B is equal to B union A. ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀನಿ. So in the last example, A is equal to 1, 2, 3 and B is equal to 4, 5, 6. This is the example I am taking here. So A is equal to 1, 2, 3, B is equal to 4, 5, 6. So first property says that A union B is nothing but B union A. ಅಂದ್ರೆ commutative la ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ ಇದು. So commutative property ಹೇಳ್ತದ, commutative law ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ just I'm writing the commutative law here. So commutative law says that A union B is equal to B union A. ಅಂದ್ರೆ the elements which is present in A union B can be present in A or also present in B. Or we can say that the element which is present in B union A or those elements which is present in B are the present in A. So ಈಗ ಇಲ್ಲಿ A union B ನೋಡಿ ಏನು ಬರ್ತದೆ, A union B ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಸೆಟ್ A ಇರ್ತದೆ, ಸೆಟ್ B ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 all those elements present in A union B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ಇರ್ತದ, ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಈಗ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು B union ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ B union A ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ that 4 ಇರ್ತದೆ, 5 ಇರ್ತದೆ, 6 as well as the 1 as well as the 2 as well as the 3. So what is the difference between A union B and B union A? The elements which is present in A union B are also present in B union A. Yes, sir. 4, 5, 6 are also present in A union B. 1, 2, 3 is also present in A union B. We can say that A union B is nothing but B union A. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, A union B is nothing but B union A ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ under the union sets, the commutative law is going to satisfy under the union sets. By taking an example, A is equal to 1, 2, 3 and B is equal to 4, 5, 6. Here A union B is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and B union A is nothing but 4, 5, 6 and 1, 2, 3. Then so this property A union B is equal to B union A can be said that it is going to be the commutative property. It is going to satisfy under the union set. The second property is going to be the associative property A union B union C is equal to A union B union C. This is going to be associative law. Here observe it. A union B union C is equal to A union B union C. So here C inner set that's going to be 6, 7, 8, 9. So then A union B union C. Suppose A union B, already we have the A union B here. So union C is nothing but the elements which are going to be present in A union B union C is nothing but A union B union C. Like A union B ಬರುವಂತ elements ಜೊತೆಗೆ C ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವಂತ elements ಸಹ present ಆಗಿರ್ತವೆ. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8, 9. These are the elements who are going to be present in A union B union C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here next one property ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. B union C ಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ A union B union C ನ ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. When we consider A union B union C, we are going to get like that. So what is the value of B union C ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಏನೇನು ಬರ್ತದೆ. So B union C, so B union C is nothing but 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. These are the elements which is present in B union C. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So E on the union set ಗೆ just I am applying the union on these sets by using the set A. Then it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Again, the element which is present in A union B union C is also present in A union B union C. Then we can say that under the union set, the associative law is also going to satisfy. So we can say that A union B union C is nothing but A union B union C. So the next property is going to be the third property. The third property is A union of an empty set. A union of empty set is nothing but A itself. ನೋಡಿ, A union ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಒಂದು ಪೈ ಒಂದು ಅಂದ್ರೆ empty set ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ, the combination of the both A and B. ಈಗ B set empty set ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ already when is talking about the subsets, the element the pi is going to be the element which is present in every set ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಆ pi ಏನೋ ಒಂದು empty set subset ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೌದಲ್ವಾ? ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಅಂತ ಒಂದು empty set ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ವಿತ್ the set A ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ we are getting again the A set ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಕಾಂಬಿನೇಷನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. So next one is going to be the fourth one A union A itself is going to be the set A. ಅಂದ್ರೆ A ಜೊತೆಗೆ ನಾವು ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದೀವಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ, ನಮಗೆ ಸೆಟ್ A ನೇ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ನಾವು ಏನಿತ್ತು A union ಪೈ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಂಪ್ಟಿ ಸೆಟ್ ಜೊತೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಸೆಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ we are getting then set A itself. But when we consider the A union of A, ಯಾವ ಸೆಟ್ ಜೊತೆ ಅದೇ ಸೆಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಅದೇ ಸೆಟ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಸೊ ನೀವು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನೋಡೋದಾದ್ರೆ if you take an example of A equal to 1 to 3, so ನಾವು A ಜೊತೆ A ನೇ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾರೆ. Suppose I am getting A union A is nothing but the element which is present in A or B or both. ಈಗ ನಾವು ಎರಡು ಸೆಟ್ A ಸೆಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ again A ಸೆಟ್ ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ again one is going to be present in set A is also present in set A. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಮಾತ್ರ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ತೀವಿ, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಈಗ ಸಪೋಸ್ 2 ಯೂನಿಯನ್ again 2 ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ it's going to be only the 2 again 3. ಸೊ ಗಮನ ಕೊಡಿ 1 2 3 ಯಾವ ಸೆಟ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, A ಸೆಟ್ ಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. So we can say that when we combine the both A union A is going to be the only the set A. So next one is going to be the fifth property, universal set capital letter U union A is nothing but U itself, the capital letter U. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವ ಸೆಟ್, suppose if you consider any set of union with the universal set, ನೀವು ಸೆಟ್ ಈಗ suppose 1 2 3 ನೇ ನಾವು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ 1 2 3 ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ವಿತ್ ದ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಸೊ ನಮಗೆ ಸೆಟ್ ಆಫ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಅಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಡೆಫಿನಿಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಯೂನಿಯನ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತದೆ, ದ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ ದೋಸ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಇನ್ A and B or both. ಈಗ ನಾವು 1 2 3 4 up to infinity consider ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ but we are considering only the elements 1 2 3. The 1 2 3 is also present in the universal set. Then the combination or the union of universal set union A is nothing but U. Okay, so these are the very important properties under the union set. The first property says that commutative law is going to be A union B is equal to B union A. The second one, associative law, A union B union C is equal to A union B union C. And the third one, A union of an empty set is going to be the only the A. And the next one, A union A is equal to A. And the next one, universal set union of A is equal to U. So make sure that by using those examples I have proved the properties of the union set. So thank you for watching this video. Thank you.